Hi friends, welcome back. Today I am going to be telling you guys all about this beautiful plant right here in front of me. You guys have seen this plant before a couple times. This is my variegated string of hearts. So I'm going to be giving you guys all the care tips I have for this plant. So one of the most important aspects of taking care of this plant is the lighting that you give it. I keep this plant in the windowsill of a north-facing window, and it really seems to like being up there. As you can see, it has quite a few flowers on it. I'll show you the end over here where all the new growth is. This is all the new growth it has that it's given me since I've got it a few months ago. It's still flowering at the ends. It's putting out new growth that doesn't look super lanky or like it's not growing as full as it was. So it seems to really like the spot I have it in. I think this plant would do okay with a little less light than what I'm giving it, but I think that this is the most ideal amount of light for it to have. You can see there's a little bit of burning on some of the leaves that have been up too close to the window, so just keep that in mind. This is not in any way a low light tolerant plant, but you can also burn the leaves if you were to give it too much direct sunlight. As far as watering goes, there's a lot of different things that I've heard about how to water this plant. I prefer to let mine dry out pretty much completely, but I don't let it stay dry for too long or I'll notice some wrinkling in the leaves. That is a really good way to notice or to tell if your plant needs watered is if you look at especially the newer leaves, the leaves closer to the bottom, if those leaves are looking wrinkly or really easy to bend, then that's a good sign that your plant needs watered. The string of hearts is a more succulent plant, so you can let it dry out a bit. It is a drought tolerant plant, but again, be careful not to let it dry out for too long because then you'll notice some leaf loss. As far as humidity goes, again, this is a more succulent type plant, so it's really not very fussy about humidity at all, which is great because I don't have a lot of humidity in my house and it still tends to do really well. Most plants do prefer more humidity, but this one is not fussy about it at all. So if you have higher humidity in your home, that's great, but if you don't, I wouldn't worry about it too much. The last thing I wanted to talk about is how you propagate string of hearts. It's really easy to do. All you have to do is find a spot on the plant that you want to propagate from, and then take your pair of shears and just cut it above the node. Next, what I would do is take off the first couple leaves so that that node has room to push out some roots, and then put it in either perlite, sphagnum moss, leca. You can even just stick it in soil and it'll grow well from that. So after taking off the leaves from the first node, I'm just going to stick it into the soil right here with this other plant that I am propagating. This one I have had propagating for a little bit now, and as you can see, it's just in soil and it's already pushing out some new growth. One trick I like to use when I'm propagating really any plant, but I've noticed it works especially well for this plant, is I'll put it in a plastic cup or a humidity dome of some kind. This is just a cup from my work that I'm reusing, and it just increases the humidity so that the plant can root up a little easier and a little quicker. Alright guys, those are all the tricks I have for growing a long and beautiful string of hearts. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Ooh, Alice. It's really echoey in here.